Hello everyone, this is Avali, and today we're gonna learn how a real SOC analyst or cybersecurity analyst is going to write a Snort rule to prevent from an actual or real attack that's gonna happen. And we're gonna do that by analyzing the already happened attacks that were happened in 2024, 2023 or other years, and we're gonna analyze all those attacks, and we're gonna write our own customized Snort rules to prevent this kind of attacks. The attacks, like if the attacker is going to use malicious .exe files, even in the HTTP URIs or HTTP headers, or even in the content or the payload, we're gonna write 3 different Snort rules to prevent all of these kind of attacks in the Snort. So at first we're gonna detect them, and then we're gonna prevent that attack. So this one is a little advanced, and if you don't have any basic knowledge of Snort, I highly recommended you to go and check this one. So this one is the basic of Snort, and this one is a little more like intermediate level, and this one is the advanced level, and this one is the ones that we're gonna analyze all the real attacks that happened and how we can write our own customized Snort rules. So without any further ado, let's go and jump inside Snort. But before that, don't forget to like and subscribe your own channel, and if you like short tips about cybersecurity, don't forget to also follow my Instagram. So the first one that we have to go, I'm going to open 3 terminal. So the first one, cd etc cd var log snort, and if I type, like I already have a log, so all I have to do is sudo remove and all. So it's gonna ask me for the password, and if I type again ls, so there is no file in my logs folder. So the another one, this one is going to be when I'm going to write the Snort rules. So let's go to the cd etc and then Snort. So if I type ls, you can see I got the rules folder right here, and I can go to the rules by typing sudo nano rules and / local .rules. I can type the password right here, and you can see it's the rules folder, and this one I'm going to use it for reading the log files inside the Wireshark. So let's go, and you can see right here I already have the pk file that I want to write my own customized rules according to this actual attack that already happened. That's why I'm going to open up a new terminal. So right here I don't have to do anything. Okay, first I have to go and write my Snort rules to prevent from this attack. And this attack already happened in 2023, which was a fake CPU-Z, and it's going to install all this kind of weird files on your start menu. Actually, the real CPU-Z that's going to show you the details about your CPU, memory, or other PC components, but you can see that it's a fake CPU-Z, and we're going to analyze this one and how we can write our own Snort rule to prevent this kind of attacks in future. So the first one that we're going to cover and we're going to write our rules is how we can prevent an attack that the attacker is going to use a .exe file on the HTTP URIs. And we're going to write a rule for that, which I already write right here to save some time. And you can see that the rule action is alert, and then the protocol is TCP, and you can see that I use for the source or the network that I'm going to protect. So this is the one that I'm going to protect, or the source, and this one is from any IP address and any port. And you can see the destination, or you can call it the internet that we are going to monitor. So you can see any IP address that's going to use port ET. Why? Because they are going to send us the malicious file and using port ET, which is HTTP. And after detecting, we should get a message that's called this URI contains .exe file. Okay, I'm going to make it a little bigger. Okay, so you can see right here, and where I should look for. So you should go and look for the .exe. So what 2e means right here, it means dot. Okay, and 2e is the hex value for dot, and this one means .exe. And you can see also we use the no case, which means if the attacker is going to use the upper letter for .exe or the lowercase letter for .exe. And we are going to look that in the HTTP URI, and also you can see the Snort ID and the revision. So after I write this rule, I'm going to click Ctrl X, and then I'm going to paste the rule that I already have written that. So right here, I can go right here, and in the folder that I already downloaded the pickup file, and I open the terminal, and right here I can just type sudo snort, read the file, which is called let me see that. Okay, 2023. Okay, and using the direction, using the location, which is called etc snort and snort.conf. Okay, and also I want the log files to be in the var logs, and then snort, and I want you to give me an alert, and I want to see the monitoring right in my terminal. That's why I'm using console. So if I use fast mode, that's not going to show me, but if I use console, that's a fast mode, and that's going to show the monitoring inside my console. And after that, I want to write .q, which means I'm going to do this rule, this command in quiet mode. So if I go and enter, it's going to be asked, I'm going to be asked for the password. And you can see right here, I got these two files. So this snort rule is going to prevent the attacks and going to alert us if the attacker is going to use any .exe files on the HTTP URI. So you can see right here, and right now all I have to do, I'm going to the log files, to the log folders, and if I go and type ls, you can see that I already got a snort log file. And what I can do, I can type sudo wireshark, and then I can type the file name. So right here you can see that we got these two .exe file on our HTTP URIs, and we can go and analyze them. So but sometimes the attackers are a little clever, they are not going to put the .exe file on the URI. So instead they are going to use the content type, which is I'm going to show you right here. Okay, also you can get this note inside my page in LinkedIn. So sometimes we get the content type as application XMS download, and if the attacker is going to use this one, that means the attacker is going to so it's the HTTP response. Okay, so it's not the one that you want to go and get from the port ET, but it's the HTTP response. It means the server is going to respond back to you. So this one is going to be the content type, which is the application XMS download, and this one is also a MIME type, and this one is going to contain the files that are .exe, .msi, or .dll, and you can use these rules to prevent this attack. So you can see the content type right here, it's application XMS download, and also you have to look for the HTTP headers. That's why we are going to use the port ET for the source. So right here you can see that I use it for the client or the one that I want to protect. So it's a HTTP response, and the attacker can use any IP address and any port. But the one that we are going to face right now, we are seeing right now, is that ours octet stream. So what octet stream and what's the difference between the application XMS download? So if the content type is application XMS download, that means the attacker is going, the web server is trying to give you a file which contains .exe, .dll or .msi file. But if it's an octet stream, so that means that the file that you're getting is going to be a .zip file, a .tar file, or a .exe file, or even .exe file is going to be inside a .zip file. So this one is a little more advanced than the last one, and this is the one that we're going to cover, and we're going to write our own rules for this one, because most of the times you're going to get the octet stream. So for that, I already have written another rule, and I'm going to just copy paste because I want to save some time. So I'm going back to my rules, sudo nano rules local dot rules, and right here I can press Ctrl K to delete the rules, or I can press escape plus 3 key to deactivate the rule. So I'm going to paste that one, okay. And you can see right here the content type should be octet stream, and where I should look for, it should look at HTTP header, and you can see the Snort rules and also the revision. So after saving this one, I just type right here ls and then sudo remove all, okay, wait a minute, sudo remove all. And if I type ls, so there's no file. Okay, now I'm going to retype back one and enter. So you can see I got 4 files. So right now if I type ls, you can see the file. Now I can do is read the file. So right here I'm going to type sudo y-shark and I'm going to retype this one, Snort. And you can see right here that all the responses, HTTP responses, that's using the content type of application octet stream, which that's gonna contain the files like .exe, .dll, and .msi. But you know what? Still, the attacker can spoof .exe files, and that's when we are going to write another Snort rules that going to look in the content or in the payload for that. So for that one, I'm going to back right here. I'm going right to my Mozilla, and I'm going to search for. So if I come right here, and you can see all the hex value for the .exe, .dll, and those kind of files. So I'm going to look for that one. So you can see right here that I got the file types right here, and also I got the hex value right here. So what I can do, I'm going to write a command or a rule for the Snort to identify any file if that file is using this hex value, which is for this kind of file types, and this one is the MZ, and this one is the hex value, or this one is called the magic bytes. So I'm going to the Snort and going to write another rules. Okay, I'm going to deactivate my rules. I'm going back to my notes right here. This is the command that I'm going to use. I'm going to copy this one. So right now you can see, okay, so if you receive the file, if the content of that file, if the content or the body contain any kind of files that are .exe or .dll or even .msi, so you already saw what I mean. So you have to gave us a message which is called HTTP payload contains DOS.img or PA executable file signature. So the file data, so it should look at the file data, okay, at the data, and the content should be these 45A, which is for .exe, .dll, and this one for all this type of file. And you can see also that I included the depth. So what the depth means, you have to look at 2 bytes of the data, okay, 2 bytes of the data. Although I can put right here a 1, which the executable files is going to reveal itself at the first byte of the data, but for like just to be safe here, I already put it 2. And you can see the SID and the Snort. So I'm going to save Ctrl AX, and that's it for the also I'm going to ls, yeah, so I'm going to remove all the files from the logs. Okay, save, I tab ls, so there's no file. Right here I'm going to again, and I'm going to read that pickup file. So if I want to check if the rule is working or not. So if I do that, you can see right here, okay, that we only got 1 file which is using the TCP. And now let's go into the rules, not to the rules, sorry for that, to the log folder and type ls. Okay, so right now I can type sudo wireshark and snort. So I'm going to open this one. So right now you can see I can analyze any file of them in Wireshark and just make a report, and then if something happened to that machine, we are going to spread that machine from the whole network, and we are going to do the further analysis of that specific machines. And this is it for the Snort section, and this is the last part, and I'm sorry I was a little sick, so forgive me, and have a good time. And don't forget to follow your Instagram, okay, follow my Instagram and also my channel.